Hey everybody, this is Dream, and today we have a nice little 12-game NBA slate. It only doesn't include the last game of the night, which is at 10 o'clock, but all the games between 7 and 9 o'clock start times are in this slate. It is a pretty extensive slate. We have a giant injury report, and of course that's going to lead to a lot of value, a lot of good plays. However, I do have some really good plays today in my lineup here. Before I get started though, can you guys smash that like and subscribe button? Also, we had another couple of good wins in Discord today, so make sure to check Discord out and make sure to post if you get some big wins, and I'll shout you out. We've been having a lot of big wins this week. I also did really well yesterday, so let's continue that today. So for this injury report, for the Knicks, DiVincenzo, Hartenstein are both questionable. Randall, OG, and Robinson are out. For the Magic, Isaac and Fultz are doubtful. For the Heat, Rozier, Butler, and Richardson remain out. For the 76ers, Harris, Embiid, Melton, Batum, and Covington are out. For the Hawks, Capella and Okongwu are out. For the Hornets, Ball and Williams is out. For the Nets, DFS, Sharp, and Walker are questionable, and Simmons is out. For the Celtics, Horford is doubtful, Porzingis and Tillman are questionable. For the Bulls, Caruso is questionable, and Levine and Williams are out. For the Cavaliers, Wade is questionable. For the Pacers, Halliburton and Mathurian are questionable. Smith is out. For the Raptors, RJ Barrett is questionable. For the Wizards, Livers is out. For the Pelicans, Zion is questionable and Daniels is out. For the Rockets, Van Vliet, Eason, and Whitmore are out. For the Grizzlies, Rose and Z. Williams are questionable, and Morant, Bain, Smart, and Pippen are out. For the Mavs, Lively and Kleber are questionable, and Exum is out. For the Kings, Lyles is questionable. For the Nuggets, Murray and Kentavious Caldwell-Pope are questionable. For the Pistons, Cunningham is questionable, and Stewart and Grimes is out. For the Suns, Beal is out. For the Lakers, LeBron, Vanderbilt, Reddish, and Vincent are all out. So lots of guys out, lots of questionable tags today. I do have some core plays for you. My favorite overall is Nikola Jokic, who is going to have an absolutely monster opportunity here against Sacramento. He's done very well against them in the two games, averaging 66 fantasy points. Obviously, the second game was a little bit lower at 50 fantasy points. The first game was huge. I expect him to have closer to that first game, as he should get a lot of opportunity for assists and rebounds in this one, because both these teams do shoot the ball well. The issue here is it could be a blowout, but I don't really expect it this time with Murray being unlikely to play. I think that Joker will take more assists into play as well, so I think that will boost him up, and he should get close to 30 real points and pay off here on this slate. And with all the value on this slate, you're definitely going to want to pay up for some guys, and he's definitely one guy that's worth taking a look at. Looking at Walker Kessler, Kessler is a great option at center or utility today, as he just starting the last couple games, and he's played very well in that, and that's going to be his role most likely throughout the rest of the season. He's also got a very favorable matchup against the Lakers today, so he's looking like a great option on the slate. I also like Royce O'Neal, though he does carry some risk today. He looks like he's going to have a lot of minutes as a result of Beal being out. Since he's been joined the Suns, he looks like he's the go-to guy for that. And he's just underpriced. I mean, that's just what it is. With Beal out, he's going to have a lot of opportunity. He does get assists and rebounds, and he scores some points usually. At this price, he's just too cheap for his potential role here today. Obviously, we want to make sure that he does, in fact, going to take that role today, but I think that's likely. Duncan Robinson also in a very interesting spot, as he was questionable yesterday, but he ended up playing, and he had a monster game, and he's going to have a similar opportunity again today with his role being about the same. Right now, his minutes are going to be in the mid-20s to close to 30 if he gets the opportunity, if he's playing and fully healthy, so he looks like a really solid option on the slate. He definitely carries a little bit of risk, but he's good enough right now. We'll have to wait and see as we get closer to see if there's any changes to the Heat's injury report, though. Some other guys I like quite a bit here today are Amen Thompson for Houston. Thompson has played very well recently, and Houston is going all in on their young guys and giving them a ton of minutes, and he's been doing pretty well. He's had 3 out of 4 games really solid. His price has come up as a result, but I think he's a viable option today, though he does carry some risk. The matchup is decent. Looking at Trey Mann for Charlotte, just joined the team a couple games ago, and in those first two games, he scored over 30 fantasy points in both. I don't necessarily expect him to continue doing that, and his price has come up. But this matchup is just too nice for him in this situation with his minutes and his shooting potential. So, and if you look at the last two seasons and situations where he actually got 20 plus minutes, he's been pretty solid in those situations. So I think he's a great option on the slate. He was very close to being a core play. Uh, Unfortunately, there's a lot of guys that kind of look like they could be core plays today. Looking at D'Angelo Russell here, uh, with LeBron out, it looks like Russell will become the second option behind Anthony Davis, and he has played very well in that role throughout the season. He's also been playing pretty well lately. He's been up and down through the season, but right now he's playing well, and with his increased usage today, he looks like a pretty great option for the slate. He was very close to being a core play as well. Anthony Davis is also in play. Center is a very huge logjam on this particular slate. If you put anything other than a center at the utility position, I will be shocked today. With that said, just because there's so many options at that position, Anthony will get a lot of usage as a result of LeBron being out. Now, I always caution with Anthony Davis because he can have those horrendous floor games, and if the Lakers were to just get run out of the gym or something, that could definitely happen, as it does happen because they don't play a lot of defense. But he definitely has that potential to have huge games because he has those blocks and assists and rebounds in games like this. So I look for him to have a good opportunity to have a monster game, and he's actually pretty fairly priced considering the situation here. Vassell for the Spurs has played absolutely phenomenal lately. His price has come up as a result, but I think he's a solid spot here. He is kind of scoring dependent though, so he's definitely not a must play. But he's having a lot of big games lately, and he's still pretty cheap, and so he's definitely a viable option here. I really like Heald today for the Philly, as with all the injuries to them, he's going to get another game with a lot of minutes. Since joining the 76ers from Indiana, he's played very well. Now, the caution here is that he's got the tougher matchup against Miami, but Miami's missed a lot of guys as well, so I do expect this game to be a bit of more of a shootout than it normally would be. I look for him to have another opportunity to have a big game. He's still priced a little bit lower than I expected him to be today, though he definitely carries some risk. Then we're going to look at Kevin Love. And like I said, that center position is a mess today because there's so many guys. He should get a lot of usage as a result of the injuries to the Heat for today again. He had a big game yesterday where he scored 39 fantasy points. He doesn't need to do that because he's only $3,800. I don't know how you're going to work him in here, but he's definitely capable. And if you look at his last 5 or 6 games, he really hadn't had a bad one where he was way under his price range, but because he only needs 18 points to pay off today. So he's definitely in a really solid opportunity with the situation there. Then we're going to look at Rui Hachimura for the Lakers. Now, he should get a boost with LeBron out. He's been playing a lot of minutes and starting the last few games, and that bodes well for him, though his price is a little bit higher than I'd like. Considering all the cheap value plays, he's not a must-play by any stretch of the imagination. Then we'll look at Aaron Holiday for Houston. Finally, last but not least, he has been playing really well in his last few games as his role has increased. With, like I said, the Rockets are going to be going young on the rest of the way, so I look for him to play a lot of minutes and have some opportunity, but he definitely is scoring dependent as well. Other guys you can consider today: Jamari Smith for Houston, Herb Jones for New Orleans, Isaiah Jackson for Indiana, and Luka Doncic for Dallas. So with that said, guys, thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing. Hopefully we'll get some more information about injuries and stuff throughout the day, and that'll open up some more value and stuff. But we have a crap ton of value today, so it's going to be really hard to pick and choose which guys you like the most. But I do think the guys I currently have right now are probably the best bets at this point. However, that is subject to change. So join Discord, and I'll be doing updates on injuries throughout the day. So yeah, make sure to join Discord and check that out. And anyway, guys, have a nice day.